Hey folks, Silveus here, going back to Drefia to do some hunting in the vampire crypts. I figured this was a good video because the vampire crypts are actually kind of cool, if not terribly a great hunting spot, but I enjoyed them. I did show them a little bit in my Gravedigger of Drefia quest, but that video is kind of awful and incredibly long, so I figured I would, do it as its own separate thing here. So right now I'm on my way to Drefia. There's a couple of different ways you can get in. I'm going to go in a different way that I used all the times in the Gravedigger video. And I guess I'll leave via the other route just so that both routes can be seen. This is potentially the harder route, depending, because you're going to fight more things that are actually like dangerous here instead of just scorpions. But scorpions are kind of annoying in their own special way. So yeah, you just go down that hole there, and then you go over to this one. Don't go down the next one. This will pop you out in an area with, stalkers, which, jeez. I hate when I click on the wrong thing. I might as well just, there we go. Tarnished ghosts in here. You'll see some pirate skeletons and pirate ghosts. Nothing majorly difficult in this area. I think the demon skeletons were the most dangerous thing. Pirate ghosts are pretty durable, though. They take a little bit of a beating before they go down. And hole up is right there. Oh, come on, get out of my way. There you go. Now you're in Drefia, and you're also right next to where you ultimately need to go, which is right down here. This person is level 135. Convenient that they cleared this out. This level just has, as you can see, a whole bunch of ghouls, these tarnished spirit dudes, and scorpions. The next level, oh, you can't go down this too. You can't go through that opening. Good to know. The next level down is going to have some demon skeletons. Looks like that person cleared the demon skeletons mostly. Yeah, some demon skeletons and some more ghouls. Nothing major. That was a pretty big hit too. Gotta open this up. You should probably bring more food than it is that I brought. I'm hoping I don't run out while I'm here. That would kind of suck. I also grabbed some rings of healing because for some reason they're cheap on my server today. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to complain. So anyway, first you come down in this floor. It's called the Necromancer Halls. That druid lady looks like she killed a whole bunch of things. Not that I'm complaining. If you're going to hunt here more than once, you should probably go north of Face. There's a little lake, and then there's an NPC in the middle of the lake. Well, mostly in the swamp next to the lake. His name's Lugri. He looks like a necromancer. He is a necromancer. There's a couple of beholders in the room, bone lords in the room with him. I'm not going to kill that ghost. I'm just going to ignore it. He gives you a task for killing necromancers. I suggest you pick that up because there's a large amount of necromancers here. And since you need to kill 4,000 of them for his little killing in the name of task, might as well start and get as many points on that as you can. That is the necromancer's dormitory. Oh, I got one. I kill the priestess first. She's a little bit more dangerous. Yeah, she drains my mana. I hate things that drain my mana. Oh, only poison arrows. Never mind. The other thing that's valuable around here, besides the Necromancer Halls and besides the... Well, she dropped kind of the most I've ever seen a priestess drop. Anyway, yeah, besides the Vampire Crypts and the Necromancer Halls and the Medusa Shield quest is in here, there's also the Drefia Worm Lair, which I'll eventually kind of go do. Unfortunately, I'm not really a high enough level to handle the second floor of that. There we go. So yeah. But yeah, I will eventually do a video there too. Probably not for a little while. Maybe if I can get somebody to go with me. I kind of need a blocker, at least for the beginning steps. Oh, nope, I want to go this way. You know what else? I hate crap monsters. That ghost is just going to keep hitting me, and it's kind of driving me nuts. There we go. No more ghost. Alright, so we're going to go down that hole. There we go. I don't know if that mummy's a summon or not. That mummy is not a summon. Good enough. You do not want to hop down that hole with the amount of HP that I currently have, for instance. In fact, you may want to consider bringing firewalls here, or fire bombs, depending on your location. I can't imagine you would want to hunt here if you were a knight, just for the record. When you go down this hole, you're going to have a couple of things on you, including there's going to be a gravedigger pretty much right there. I say that, and usually it's the case. I don't know what's going on today. Not that I'm complaining. Kill the demon skeleton. Ooh, kill the demon skeleton one shot. There should be a gravedigger. Usually it's... There it is. Usually that gravedigger is a little bit closer. Kill the mummy. Yeah, usually that gravedigger is a little bit closer. Gravediggers are kind of annoying with their whole going invisible thing. They haste really fast, too. There he is. Yep, they are hasted. They also run at low HP. There's another gravedigger up this way, too, and I kind of didn't really want to get both of them on me. If you didn't want to go up this way, although it's the fastest way, you could have also gone left, and then I think there's another staircase down right over here. But yeah, it's kind of easier to just go this way, in my personal opinion. Cobra. That's the injured gravedigger. That is the uninjured gravedigger that is already hasted and charged at me. I don't know if that was me going crazy there or if I was made drunk. I think they do make you drunk, which can make the running away from the... Oh, wow, he healed himself up. I have a feeling that he ran away while he was invisible. Yeah, he's not on me anymore. Come on. There we go. Gravediggers are kind of cool. I'm riding one for one. Woo. They can drop sudden death runes, though, which I thought was really interesting when I found it out. I was not expecting it. Alright, so you're going to go down here. It's just, wow, a demon skeleton directly on me. So, the vampire crypts have 2 levels to them. This upper level, which is just regular vampires and some junk monsters, demon skeletons, zombies, ghouls, these white shades. Nothing very... Well, I mean, nothing super dangerous, I should say. These white shades make hunting here horrible, kind of, at least for non-mages. They're like 90% resistant to physical attacks. So, you kind of have to use magic on them. They also have a decently large amount of HP, so you have to use a decent amount of magic on them. They're not real dangerous. That little attack puts like a minor paralyze on you, and they hit you for like 6 damage or something like that. So they're kind of like non-entities, if you will. By the way, this little area was a dead end, just for the record. Also, word of advice, get yourself a blessed wooden stake before you come here. I have a video up for that under my Tibia playlist if you want to know exactly how to get it. It's pretty easy, though. The wiki sums it up. It's basically just go to every town and say stake to a priest. and it cost you 5k at the beginning. So I am not going to fully explore this top level, because this top level is just junk. I'll zoom out of my map, actually, so you can get a better view of it. That doesn't really make it a better view, does it, huh? Tibia should have a better map. So yeah, there is a single lich in there, but for the most part, it's all just vampires. There are 4 staircases down. There's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one. I should map mark them, I suppose, for simplicity's sake. Let's kill that zombie. Let's reload my arrows too while we're at it. Ugh. I try to conserve my arrows by killing things when they're at low HP with strikes, and it kind of kills me a little bit inside when I mess it up. Alright. My experience with this so far, by the way, has been I've went down this stair, that stair, and that stair, and all of them were kind of intense. That one's probably the worst because there's a lich right next to it, and you're going to get a lich plus other things on you. So I would hesitate for going down that one. I'm going to try this one since I haven't gone down it before. However, before I do that, I'm going to go completely north. The wiki, when I was here for the Gravedigger of Drefia quests, specifically commented that you can run into one of 2 bosses going through this hallway. So I'm going to loot that body. I'm going to check for the boss. In reality, there's a decent chance that either one of those bosses could kill me. One of them's a lich boss, and I believe he's the weaker one. The other one is one of the, like, vampire bosses. Arakir, the ancient one, I think his name was. And the other one's called, like, Gravelord Orshan or something along those lines. The reason why the vampire one is, I believe, significantly more dangerous is because the vampire one can summon up to 2 liches. I don't know if summoned monsters can also summon monsters. So I don't know if I would have to worry about both liches summoning up to 4 bone beasts at once, but that would be pretty scary. Pretty scary. Also, while I'm trying to run away from the boss, having all these stupid white shades get in my way would be kind of annoying too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look, it's a white shade. They're so incredibly annoying, by the way. Also, this 10-second delay for, like, staking or skinning enemies is also really annoying. Oh, I don't want to take that. Yeah, see, 8 damage there. That's the amount of damage you can expect to deal with normal physical attacks against those white shades. I don't think the potential monetary earning here is all that great. The upside is that most undead are kind of more offensive-oriented, so they die relatively quickly. So I think you would, at least I do when I'm here, you will profit, but that's about it. I did a video here earlier, but it was a lot longer than I wanted it to, and it was also not a very good video. So I just deleted it and started over. But I did hunt here for maybe around like an hour and a half previously, and kind of got nothing worthwhile. Yeah, a whole bunch of nothing worthwhile. You can see that. I ended up with 1 necromantic rod and 1 wand of inferno as loot drops. Alright, I'm going to go down this staircase. Again, you can get swarmed right down when you go down these staircases, so have firewalls ready. I did not mean to put that firewall quite like that. Yeah, I definitely did not put that firewall in a good location, let me tell you. Let's throw a Ring of Healing on for this. The upside of this location is that Gravedigger has to make multiple... Ah, see? 4 sudden death rings. He ran through that immediately. Alright, I would say, if it came down to it, I would not go down this staircase. Not because you get swarmed too bad, but because you're kind of in a really tight and closed space right off the bat. Which is notably not super great for Paladins, or probably Mages. Mages might do a little bit better here than I did. Just because they can kind of at least use shields. So if you can kind of see the map, here's the whole place. As far as I know, there's no additional staircases down. You're looking at Banshees, Liches, Vampires, Vampire Viscounts, Vampire Brides. That looks like a Lich. As far as I know, none of them will run through fire. I know the Lich will. And I'm pretty sure the Bone Beasts from the Lich also won't. Banshees, however, might run through fire. I have not tested that. Although, to be honest, Banshees are sissies and run away so fast that I've never really had a problem with Banshees. That attack, I believe, lowers magic level. Should double check that, I think. I'm going to double check that. Let me go over here and pause. By the way, you should try to avoid the things that can actually bleed you, because they bleed you pretty badly. I'm going to pause and Alt-tab out and hope that I don't get killed here. And look up Vampire Viscounts real quick. One sec. Okay, apparently that instead, I was wrong. It's not a magic level drain. It is that causes bleeding. I was, in fact, wrong. It happens sometimes. I'm occasionally wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a loop around this whole facility. Kill all the vampires. See if I can get, like, some cool loot. I doubt it, though. Cool loot is not whatever happens. Is not something that ever happens to me. That Lich that I said would normally be down at these stairs is usually right around this area. I must have lured him out. Fun fact, by the way, the first time I came to the stairs, I came from up here, and the Lich was down there. So I just shot up to the stairs, and you pop up in here where there's usually more vampires. So I had like 4 vampires on me in this little tiny enclosed space, so it wasn't like I was running them. So after the vampires kind of like almost killed me, because I was just letting 3 vampires attack me immediately, I jumped down the stairs at like red HP, and then there's just a Lich with 2 Bone Beasts standing right next to me. So I almost died during the Gravedigger of Drefia quest because of that. It was kind of funny. Vampire Brides are basically like real vampires. They do have that little ranged attack, which makes them a little bit more annoying. I'm going to Alt-tab out and see if they do anything else after I kill this Banshee. Now I'm going to Alt-tab with the Banshee standing next to me. That would be a bad idea. Come on. There we go. Nothing. Best loot ever. Alright, Alt-tabbing real quick. Yep, the Brides don't do anything special either. They just, you know, hit with some range attacks. They do have 2 separate range attacks, an HMM and a heavy magic missile, and like an SD thing that puts that little heart on you. The wiki suggests that if you really wanted to reduce the damage you take when hunting them, you could wear the strange amulets that are dropped by mummies that give you lightning damage reduction. Also, like a lightning amulet, because they said most of the damage comes from the HMM. I feel like, personally, the HMM is weak enough that that's not, like, really warranted, but I could see where some people would think otherwise. And I suppose it depends heavily on how you're actually fighting them. You just bleed me again. The one thing about these guys is they do drop a decent amount of, well, they drop a decent amount of gold, and they're also pretty good EXP monsters. Can I not turn off the black candles? That's a shame. Yeah, when I did the Gravedigger of Drefia quest, I tried to, like, bring some of the black candles with me home, because I thought they looked cool. But apparently you can't turn them off, and once you move them, they will eventually run out. Which is kind of disappointing. Lich. Already summoned a bunch of Bone Beasts. Alright, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen a Lich that I've actually attempted to fight summon a full squad before. That was a first for me. Oh yeah, in addition to Vampire Brides, Vampire Viscounts, regular Vampires, Banshees, and Liches, and Gravediggers, there are also, like, Blood Priests, and I think they're called Blood Hands in here too. However, there's only a small amount of any of those things, so you shouldn't be too worried about that. There is a part where there's like, yeah, there's a Blood Hand. There is a part where there's like 2 or 3 Blood Priests and a Gravedigger and potentially like a Banshee or something else. So that can get a little sketchy because they're all clustered together. Oh, I got a Vampire Dust. Yay. Yeah, I don't know what the odds of actually successfully getting Vampire Dust are, but I would venture it's kind of low. And I say that because I meant to put that diagonally. The last time I was here for quite some time, and I managed to get like a grand total of pasted. There we go. Yeah, I managed to get a grand total of like 6, I think. Which I feel like was not all that great. Tura. Oop. Could probably switch to the vampire and kill him first, but it's cool. Mana potion. I like things that drop the types of mana potions that I use. It's just a nice process. That's why when I tasked a long time ago, I tasked in Nibbler, and it was crystal spiders and ice golems. I always get the two confused. I'll say like crystal spiders and crystal golems and ice spiders, but it's the other way around. Anyway, I test those guys, and the spiders drop, I think, just mana potions, and the golems drop both. So most of the time I would go in there, and if I didn't screw it up too poorly, I would come out with more potions than I started with, which was cool. Fun fact, bleeding damage is actually considered physical damage. Like, that's its typing. And since I have 5% resistance to physical, when the bleed damage gets low enough, it gets blocked by my phys resist and just goes away. This was the staircase I had originally come down the first time I went here on the quest. And it comes down into a nice little open area, but it also comes down with, like, the Viscount from up north, a couple of vampires, that Gravedigger can kind of see you right off the bat. That Banshee I killed earlier can also see you right off the bat. So you end up with kind of a large cluster of things coming straight at you right off the beginning. Ugh, my throat. Sweet, sweet Mountain Dew. Alright, let's see here. Oop, there we go. I'll poke my head straight south here for a little bit. And then when I get kind of closer to that one staircase, I'll come back up and then go to the west. And bleeding. Oh, regular vampire can drop strong health? I didn't know that. Ah. I will gladly take a hit so that I can try to loot monsters faster. Whoops. Whoopses. Browse field. I'll just use that. Alright. This leads right up to here. This is the vampire. As far as I know, the higher vampires, the brides and the viscounts, do not paralyze like the regular vampires do. I'm not sure what the reasoning is for that. But not getting paralyzed is always nice, so I'm not going to complain. Let me stake this guy. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go just a little bit south here. Kind of connect to where I was at earlier. Bloodhand. It would be nice to be a knight and have the like the cure bleeding spell that knights have. Because as far as I know, knights are the only vocation that can get rid of bleeding. Oh. Alright. Vampire teeth sell to a guy in Yalahar for 275 gold, just for the record. They are definitely worth picking up. Oop, I didn't reload my arrows. Whoops. I really need to pay a little bit more attention to that. I even have reloading arrows as a hotkey. So there's kind of no reason why I should ever have a real problem with that, but I have problems with that. He respawned. If you have open space, you can pretty easily run the Gravediggers. You just want to be a little careful that you're not running them into other things, because the Gravediggers do hit pretty hard. And then, like, you know, having a Gravedigger hitting you while maybe there's a Lich nearby can be a really bad situation. And then also, they do have that whole haste, which makes them pretty hard to run. He did die right there. That's what I thought. I hate when they die behind the rocks like that. So yeah, if they haste, they're really fast. I don't know what level you have to be to outrun a hasted one, but I would suspect it's probably, well, it's definitely higher than me. And the whole invisible thing is also its own little can of worms. They're really hard to run when you can't see them, unsurprisingly. Dude, Banshees run so easily. And drop, like, nothing worthwhile. So yeah, even if you're attempting to run the Gravedigger, you might want to just consider, like, at least have the firewall at the ready. By the way, everything here, as far as I can tell, will run through firewalls. You don't, or won't run through firewalls. You don't need to bring energy walls, nor do you need to bring poison walls or anything along those lines. Okay, small ruby. I didn't know they dropped that. That kind of compensates for the fact that it also only dropped 1 gold. They look silly when they die. Thinking I probably should have eaten something. Ooh, on that note. I, however, when I said that, actually meant me, myself, Silveus, should have eaten something. I'm kind of hungry. Although it was good that I had that thought, because I totally don't think I've been eating anything on actual Paladin Silveus in a while. And then this is another staircase down. I hate when they die in those spots. I found this one to be a little bit chaotic when you first go down. But if you kind of look at it, let me loot him real quick. And where did that vampire die? Yeah, you do get 2 blood hands on you, which isn't super great. So yeah, you kind of come in here, and you can easily block off like those entrances, I suppose, and just fight whatever's in the room with you. But there is a Gravedigger in the vicinity. You do get that Viscount. There's another one, I think, that was up here. You get the 2 blood hands on you. And I think there's a Banshee nearby. And yeah, Blood Priest. Long story short is a whole bunch of unpleasant things can kind of come at you up this way. So you need to be quick and drop some walls down, or just kind of deal with the cluster of crap that's going to come straight at you. I was not quick and did not know where I could go when I came down the first time. So I just dealt with the cluster of crap, which meant drink a whole bunch of potions and heal a whole bunch that I didn't really need to do. Oop, vampire. Alright. Vampire teeth. Is my backpack filled? No, okay. It irks me a little bit when I put in a perfect amount. Whoa! And I'm drunk. Yeah, it bothers me a little bit when I put in the perfect amount of gold so that it goes to exactly 100, because then I think to myself that backpack's filled. I should probably heal myself a little bit at this point. I like to leave my healing to Atura as much as possible, because it's the best heal per mana spent. But that is not always possible. Did I loot the Gravedigger? Okay, I did loot the Gravedigger. You can, if you need to, run them around those coffins. At least the ones that are on the bottom half of that hallway. She died under the... Yeah, she did die under that. I hate when they die underneath the, the pillars and I can't see their bodies. Alright, I staked her. Did I stake him? Yeah, he was staked. There's a lich down this hallway, and I ran into some trouble because I couldn't initially tell which of these open passages I could actually walk through. So I was like, alright, I'll go south. Oh, I can't go south. And I had a little bit of issues with that. Ooh. I didn't handle that so well. I'll just drink the potion. One of these days, I'll get a vampire shield. You know, all of my time playing Tibia, I've been playing since around 2005 or so. And I hunted vampires because vampires were one of the things I could kill when I was relatively weak that still dropped something valuable. So I hunted vampires. I've massacred vampires here for the Gravedigger of Drefia quest. I massacred vampires the last time I was hunting here. I've hunted in the Tar Pit Tombs, which has a bunch of vampires. Just the regular variety, though, not the fancy ones. All the vampires I've killed, never a vampire shield. Never, ever. It's kind of absurd. Oh boy. Reload my arrows. I only had 4 left. To be fair, it was also a really long time since I had, I had been killing, tons of dragons before I had dragons drop any kind of, meaningful loot, too. Dragon Lords, however, went pretty well for me. Same with, Frost Dragons. I only hunted them for maybe about an hour before I got my first, Dragon Scale Mail. Dragon Slayer took me a little bit while to get my hands on. A little longer to get my hands on, I should say. But I got it eventually. I hate Banshees. Anything that runs on that low of HP is kind of annoying. I'm sorry, that high of HP. I meant to say that low damage. So we're kind of getting close to our exit route. Can I shoot through these windows? Nope. Yeah, lady, you didn't know I could do that, did you? kind of do not want that lich on me while I'm walking across the fire here. Especially since by my close proximity to it, I've given it ample opportunity to probably fully summon all of its bone beasts. Oh wow, it's poisoned pretty heavily too. Blood Priest. Is that a Gravedigger over there too? Yeah, there's a Gravedigger. Yeah. Come back. Come back. Ah. Stupid hand. I'm smarter than you. Backpack's filled. I've been talking to my friend about this, and I was saying how if there was one spell I could input into Tibia, it would be convert gold into platinum. That would be the most valuable spell I think anybody would ever see. That was surprisingly anticlimactic. I mean, think about how useful that spell would be. Even if it was only like you cast it once and you get one pile of 100 gold into a platinum coin, and it takes like, I don't know, 100 mana or something like that, I would still use it. Come back, lady. Ooh, Moonlight Rod. Ice cold rays of moonlight shimmer on its tip. Way back in the day, before ice damage, before ice was even an element in this game. There were frost trolls back then, but ice was not an element. Those wands dealt electric damage. There was also there were less like wands and rods back then too. I think there's 7 now of each for each vocation, and there was 5. The level, like the starter one was Snakebite Rod for druids, which was earth damage, poison damage, which made it a whole lot less useful because a lot more things were just poison immune as opposed to poison resistant. But yeah, Snakebite Rod. Then it was Moonlight, which was energy, which was actually a like huge pro to druids. That their second level one was energy, because sorcerers went energy for their first one and then fire for their second one, and a lot of stuff was fire resistant or fire immune also. Then it was Volcanic Rod for druids, which was fire based. Sorcerers got a Wand of Plague, which eventually became the Wand of Decay. They just changed the color from green to black and called it death damage. So yeah, the Sorcerer one was unfortunate because it dealt it did earth damage at that level. Also, the level, like that mid-level rod is kind of the best one for normal hunting. Because your mana expenditure with that rod will be about like even with just eating food, as long as you're not using instants. Yeah, he's gonna try to run through it. Yep. My bad. Get back here. Get back here. So yeah, it was convenient that the sorcerer level 19-1, I'm sorry, the druid level 19-1 was fire damage. Because fire damage was pretty decent at that level. Whereas the sorcerer one got stuck with earth. And earth, or poison, was bad. Then, the next level one up for, whoops, whatever, doesn't matter. The next level one up for druids was... Why am I not attacking you anymore? was the, like, Quagmire Rod, I think it was, which they just renamed as the Terra, or Rod of Terra Rod or something like that, I think now. Druids, or yeah, that was Druids. Sorcerers got, what was the Sorcerer one? They got the Wand of Cosmic Energy, which they still have, which was energy, obviously. And then the final one was the Wand of Inferno for Sorcerers, which was kind of a shame. And then the Druids got the Tempest Rod, which was energy damage, which was by far the best option. Now, though, they have all these higher level ones. And also, they switched out the energy from the Druids and gave them... the Druids actually lost their fire and their energy ones, and instead just got ice and death rods. Death rods used to not even exist. There was also no physical rods. There still are no physical rods. Just for the record. Alright, so I'm just going to go up and leave at this point. I'll go up this one because I think this one's kind of the closest to the exit. Although I do want to just kind of stick my... Well, I was going to say I wanted to stick my head over there and kill the Lich again. But I'll kill this guy first. It's a Lich! Ancient Shield. That is not really worth a whole bunch, but that's still cool. Alright. So that was basically the whole Vampire Crypts. It can get a little tough just because there can be a lot of things at once, but it's not too bad. Kill the ghoul. Unfortunately, it's underneath this level, and this level is so obnoxious because of the white shades. I have no idea what Cipsoft was thinking when they designed that monster. It is the worst thing ever. And I was running into a pole there. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Oh, hey, I'm running into another pole. I suck. Yeah, my video, I believe, where I was hunting in the Forbidden Lands on the giant spiders, I think, that video. Some guy just left me a comment that said, "You're bad," frowning face. Frowning face. Whoops, didn't mean to cross over that, but whatever. So yeah, the fire-feathered serpent goes back to sleep, beseeching the blood of the renegade Korra. Ah. Whatever. So yeah, the dude's like, "You're bad," and then gave me that little frowning face. And I asked him how so, and he never got back to me. So I don't know. But yeah, there's a good chance he's right. I might just legitimately suck. I'm out of arrows. Also, I don't think... No, I mean, everything else I killed in this area hasn't respawned yet, so I think somebody else is here. None yet. That's funny. He went to run this way, and he got blocked by the stupid white shades also. That's why he was standing still for a second. That's kind of funny. In that way that white shades are the worst thing ever. This right here, I probably should not have just sprinted forward quite like that. Come on, Mr. Vampire, you can do it. Die. There we go. 1 gold coin. Sick. Another zombie. Bummer. Yeah, I try to, like, conserve my arrows and finish things off when they're at low HP with a Divine Strike, but it's super annoying when I miscalculate how much HP they have left. I don't think that Gravedigger's gonna figure out how exactly he needs to move to get to me. So if you go up here, that'll take you, it's another way out, and I kind of mentioned it earlier. Although I find this one to be a little bit more sketchy than the other staircase up. The other staircase is a little bit more contained, we'll say. Well, there was a gravedigger. There it is. Lol, it doesn't know how to get to me. It has to go all the way around all this crap. Oh, too bad you don't know how to walk across fire. Unholy Bone. I don't really know how much those sell for. Yeah, so if I had gone directly right here, that would have taken me to where I originally went down. Although, yeah, I don't even think you can go that way. Yeah, you can't go that way because this wall is blocked. That means I'm never going to be able to loot that zombie I just killed. Ugh, man. What did it drop? 5 gold coins. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because of that. Man, 5 gold coins. Yeah, I mean, definitely somebody that's been here. I wonder if they're doing the quest. I feel like there's absolutely no reason to hunt vampires at this spawn unless you're going to the bottom level, and I did not see anybody at the bottom level. However, it is possible that they went down there, saw that I was there, and then was like, oh, it's taken, and then left. Which would actually be really nice. I will kind of hope I run into that person so I can, like, thank them for their being, like, polite and respecting my spawn. Respect the spawn, people. Unless it's a really big spawn. To be fair, unless the guy was, like, super high level and was gonna, like, blitz through everything, I definitely would have been able to hunt there with another person. I put that in the absolute stupidest location possible, just for the record. Oh, hey, I didn't know I could go around that way. Suddenly, that was not such a stupid location. Also, did not realize that that coffin was not something that would prevent it from moving towards me. Safety pin. Creature product from the guys. I gotta remember to eat. God, I hate those white shades so much. They are so awful. Now this is where you go back up into that other room. You're gonna go up and there's gonna be like 4 or 5 mummies, like 3 demon skeletons and a necromancer, and they're all gonna be like right there on top of you. If you have a stealth ring, or are just capable of going invisible, I suggest doing that. Mummies can see through invisible, but at least you don't have the demon skeletons on you. Also, the necromancer can see invisible, but ghost can't. Yeah, I mean, and you can definitely do this without the stealth ring too. Don't think it's like necessary. More importantly, though, it keeps the rats off of you, and I feel like they're by far the most dangerous thing in this location. Can't tell you how many times I've fallen to rats. It's actually not a well-known fact, but they carry bubonic plague. It's true. You can get bubonic plague in this game. Happens to me all the time. Alright, so at this point, I'm just trying to get out of Drefia, because I wanted to showcase the... I did say I would showcase the other way out, so... I keep my word. I'm not going to bother with that gold. I don't know why they made the Tarnished Spirits, either. They are exactly ghosts. They have the same loot. I'm pretty sure they deal the same damage. They have the same HP. By the way, all that could be wrong. They could have different HP. I honestly don't know. Priestess. It looks like she already has a full list of summons. Yeah. I'm guessing whoever tried to hunt in here just ran past her for some reason. Kind of intrigued as to what that person was doing. I mean, you'd think he would kill the priestesses because, you know, they drain mana and summon monsters. So they're kind of dangerous and also kind of annoying. But he just went for the run right past them option. Oh, I wonder if they're doing the quest. What's that guy's name? So, Lickety and Morgan the Fighter are now immortalized in my Let's Play. LOL. The exactly 6 people that watch my videos or something like that will now know who they are. Yeah, it definitely looks like they're doing the quest, by the way. Although, they're probably confused as to what I'm doing, since I clearly have already done the quest myself. Oh man, did that quest suck. I'm glad that for my first mount, I just, like, said screw it and got the water buffalo. And I didn't wait to get the, because me and my friend, ooh, red piece of cloth. They're kind of worth nothing on my server, which is unfortunate. Oh, I'm all out of mana. Yeah, a lot of the prices of items on my server on Olympa are like decrepit. Specifically, those types of like the creature or the add-on items and outfit items. They have very limited value. Not too sure why. But yeah, anyway, me and my friend were going to do the Gravedigger of Drefia quest because it seemed like the easiest and the cheapest mount to get. But, well, to be fair, the easiest and the cheapest mount to get is definitely the donkey. But neither of us really wanted the donkey. The donkey's kind of lame. Alright, so last time I came in through that entrance. Now I'm going to go down here. The Ombrous dude, who's the quest giver for the Gravekeeper of Drefia quest, is in this area. That's not the right area. Although that might also lead out. I honestly don't know. Hey, there's a stalker. Kill the stalker. It'd be cool if stalkers gave, I don't know, better loot or better EXP for their, like, relatively high difficulty and their high annoyance level. The quest dude is in there, but I can't even open it. He kicks you out after you screw up his resurrection ritual. And to be fair, it's he that screwed it up, not you. He's the one that gave you the wrong scroll. Alright. You are almost certainly going to end up being poisoned by scorpions if you take this route, just for the record. Yep, poisoned by scorpions. Awesome. There are less demon skeletons here, though, so, I mean, if demon skeletons seem like a threat... Although, I mean, to be fair, if demon skeletons seem like a threat, I don't know why you're hunting in Drefia. Yeah, I got poisoned again. Just gonna... Boom! Back into the desert. The way I originally went in is right there, next to that nomad camp. So, that was Vampire Crypts of Drefia. The top level's meh. The bottom level's kind of meh. Vampires aren't super awesome, at least. You do get decent profit there. They drop enough gold, I think, that it works out. So, anyway, long story short, thank you for tuning in. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe on my video, if you will. And I'm tired. Alright, I'll see you guys later.